Well, we got a little melting of aluminum going today. Not doing anything too crazy, but had it going for a few minutes now. Well, probably 5 minutes. We'll open her up and take a look. Some more aluminum to it. This wire is aluminum, it just has a red coating on it. Electric motor that wire came out of. Air compressor I had that was junk. Let's get it full. Alright, let's close her up. Alright, we'll let that cook a little bit and we'll come back. Alright, it's only been a couple minutes. And it's definitely all melted down already. Watch how fast this melts down. It's going to be multiple pours. It's more than... Look how much aluminum we got left. Throw it back in the furnace and let that solidify, and then pour again. Alright, it took some finagling, but finally got our first piece out. Had to use the screwdriver and pry it out of the mold. I don't want to sit here and let this thing just cook for no reason, so we're gonna go for pour number 2. Mold should be plenty warm and preheated. So here we go. Yep, say it's warm. I guess it's going to be 3 pours. Alright, there we go. Let that one cool off, throw this back in. Might just throw it in and leave it off for a minute. I do have more to melt. I have pop cans, but they have a ton of like impurities, so I'll show you. The stuff I dug out last time. Oh, all this junk. It's just, I don't know. Like I say, is this impurity? It's just junk stuff. So it kind of clings together, floats on the top, and you have to scoop it off so you get a nice clean material. But I know there's stuff you can add as you're melting to get rid of this stuff. But for all I'm doing, I'm just trying to get it down into ingots. And then if all goes well, I'm gonna end up remelting that down just to pour it in anthills or cast anything else. But the anthills are the main project. So as long as I have some pretty clean ingots to work with for when it comes time to do that project, should be good. Alright, time for some pop cans. So yeah, with everything being so hot, they actually melt down pretty quick. A little jumpy. Some of them have a little moisture, so that's why you might hear it pop and see me jump, as if I don't know it's coming. I was crushing them, you could fit more in, but then you're also taking the time of doing the crushing and all that, so I don't know that it's any faster. These melt so fast. These cans, they got like a coating on them, and just let it burn off. That's some of the impurities they end up digging out later. The cans, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they have like a coating on the inside too. So that's some of the junk you get off of it. Alright, I didn't show you the last pour because it's starting to rain. I had to throw a tarp up quick. Tent, whatever, one of these. Yeah, so I just hurried up and got it poured. There's a teeny tiny bit. I don't know if it'll focus for you, but there's a tiny bit underneath there. Like 3 or 4 tablespoons is all. So I didn't bother. I'll let it harden up in there and just pop those little pieces out. But basically we got 3 nice ingots. I'll weigh them later, but based on the other ones I've done already, I'm guessing they're about 2 pounds a piece. I'm not sure. I'll have to throw a tape on them. They're still too hot to touch, but take a measurement of them and see what size they are. Alright, well, we got all the ingots out of the mold. There we go. Looks kind of neat. So we got 3 of them total. I brought the scale out because I want to weigh them. Pound, 12 ounces. Oh, you guys can see it. I don't need to read it out. So we did basically 5.5 pounds of aluminum. So it's pretty good. I've been melting some aluminum and other things already. This is the other aluminum I have. I think I have one other smaller ingot that I took to work because it was kind of neat. But I think I have 11 pounds of aluminum. But I also did brass today. So this is my brass. Kind of neat. There, that focused better. Pretty nifty looking on top. I don't know much about brass, or I know it was pretty nasty to melt, just nasty yellow smoke all the time. But anyway, that's the brass. So just as a comparison, it's way more dense than the aluminum. So let's reset. So that was a full cast, pound 13 ounces for this guy. And then it's a pound 15 ounces. So I mean, literally they're almost the same weight. And there's your thickness difference. So, I don't know, 2.5 times or so, I'd say. So, there's the aluminum. So we also got copper. This is a full ingot. Turned out kind of neat. Could clean it up, polish it up, make it look kind of shiny, but honestly, again, I'm just going to melt this stuff down again to cast in something else, but So what were we? We were a pound 13 ounces for a full ingot of aluminum. So what are we for a full ingot of copper? 5 pounds 12 ounces. So quite the difference there, you know. It's kind of neat. I mean, if you could feel these in your hand, it's unbelievably different. But yeah, so there we go. We're getting some stock. I don't know what I'll do with the brass. The brass and the copper both, when you melt them, they solidify real quick. And I don't know, casting some small things like in like my ingot mold there, or even smaller, might be kind of neat. But the anthill idea that I want to do, man, I know a few people have done it with copper, but I just don't know that it's real. It's not great. I think it wouldn't cast a big one very well. I think it'll solidify way too fast in the ground. But so anyway, this is what we're doing. Just another stupid hobby.